JRD Tata was a close friend of Pandit Jawahar Lal Nehru ji. JRD Tata writes to Pandit Jawahar Lal Nehru, we don't want Communist Party as number 2 in the parliament. India needs a responsible opposition. So we are going to fund the Sardhar Party also. Nehru ji was unhappy with Tata's giving money to Sardhar Party because they don't want a radical party in our country who can do what Russia and China did with the citizens. JRD Tata was a close friend of Pandit Jawahar Lal Nehru ji. After our independence, first government, JRD Tata ji was having a conversation with Pandit Jawahar Lal Nehru ji, our first Prime Minister. In one of the conversation, JRD Tata was mentioning, Nehru ji, हमारा public sector unit में थोड़ा सा profit होना पड़ेगा. The PSU should generate profit. It cannot be loss making in its life. Pandit Nehru ji replies to JRD Tata, Tata ji, आप profit का word मत बोलना. वो एक dirty word है. मेरा को पसंद नहीं है. Profit dirty word है. आप मत बोलना. This JRD Tata ji records the conversation he had with Pandit Nehru. Later, JRD Tata ji writes a foreword for a book about Tatas. In that book, JRD Tata writes, if at all India's first Prime Minister was Sardhar Vallabha Bai Patel ji instead of Pandit Nehru, probably India's economic prosperity and economic path would have taken a different turn. Now what Congress is speaking, because we have to understand, in the first election, 1952-57, Communist was the second largest party. Communist Party had more number of MPs after Congress. Communist Party had this radical idea that economic redistribution has to happen like the model that is followed in Russia and China at different points of time. So our state, Rajaji, Chakravarti Rajagopalachari, our Governor General, he opposed this idea. He started a party called Swadhantra Party. Swadhantra Party was a direct competition to Congress Party, though Rajaji was part of the Congress Party initially. There, JRD Tata again writes a letter to Nehru ji. You have to understand the context in which Rahul Gandhi ji is speaking now. It is important. We have to understand what is their plan. And through our channels, it is important we take it to the public at large. JRD Tata writes to Pandit Jawahar Lal Nehru, we don't want Communist Party as number 2 in the parliament. India needs a responsible opposition. So we are going to fund the Sardhar Party also. Of course, we will give more money to Congress. Little money will give it to Sardhar Party. And Nehru ji writes back to JRD Tata saying, that is your wish. But Sardhar Party can never be an opposition in our country. You take my word. So Nehru ji was unhappy with Tata's giving money to Sardhar Party because they don't want a radical party in our country who can do what Russia and China did with the citizens.